EP.6, traveling back to the condominium by airport rail link. The sun was starting to set over Bangkok as the friends arrived at the airport rail link station. It had been a long and exciting first day at school, and everyone was ready to head home. Tim and Tina led the way to the platform, tapping their travel cards with a happy beep. "The train is the fastest way to get back to the condominium," Tina said with a tired but bright smile. A sleek, silver train pulled into the station with a gentle hum. Once inside, Delilah and Mia found a spot near the large, clear windows. As the train began to move, the city outside turned into a beautiful blur of lights and tall buildings. "Look how high we are," Delilah whispered, pointing at the cars on the road far below. Mia nodded, watching the sunset glow against the glass. The train ride was very smooth, gliding quietly over the tracks. Boss leaned back into his seat, feeling the cool air conditioning of the train car. Tim sat next to him, enjoying the quiet moment after a busy day. "It feels like we're floating," Tim said softly. Boss let out a big yawn, his eyes starting to feel very heavy. Tina noticed that Boss was starting to nod off. She reached over and gave him a gentle, playful nudge on the arm. "Don't fall asleep yet, Boss," she giggled quietly. "We have to stay awake so we don't miss our stop. We are almost there." Boss blinked his eyes open and gave a sleepy grin, trying his best to stay awake for the rest of the journey. Bing bong, a friendly voice came over the loudspeaker. "Next station, Ramkhamhaeng." Tabitha and Delilah stood up as the train began to slow down. They watched the platform of Ramkhamhaeng station come into view. "This is us," Tabitha said, holding onto the handrail as the train came to a smooth and perfect stop. As the doors began to open, Tabitha turned around to check on everyone. Boss was still a little dazed from his short nap. "Wait, everyone. Don't forget your things," Tabitha reminded them firmly. She pointed to the seat next to Boss. "Boss, grab your green backpack. We don't want to leave anything behind on the train." The friends stepped out of the train and onto the wide platform of Ramkhamhaeng station. Tim and Mia were the first ones out, breathing in the evening air. The station was busy with people coming home from work, but the friends moved together in a happy group. "The train ride was so easy," Tim said, adjusting his bag. Mia nodded, feeling happy to be closer to home. As they walked toward the station exit, Delilah and Tina started talking about their plans for the evening. "I am going to take a very long, cool shower as soon as I get inside," Delilah said, imagining how refreshing it would feel. Tina clapped her hands. "Me too. And then we can have a big dinner. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole mountain of rice." Tim and Tabitha led the group down the stairs toward the street level where the condominium was located. They were all feeling the long day in their legs, but they were happy to be together. "It was a great first day," Tim said, looking at the familiar neighborhood. Tabitha agreed. "It was perfect. Now it's time for everyone to rest and get ready for tomorrow." Finally, the tall towers of their condominium appeared in front of them. Boss walked beside Mia, feeling much better now that he could see the front door. "Dinner, shower, and then my soft, warm bed," Boss murmured happily. Mia waved at the building as they reached the entrance. "We made it back. Good night, everyone, and see you tomorrow."